Good day, everyone. This is Sir John, and welcome to another discussion in Living in the IT Era. Our topic is information technology today. Information technology has become a cornerstone of modern society, influencing how we communicate, learn, and conduct scientific research. We knew that information technology involves the study and applications of computers and any type of telecommunications that store, retrieve, study, transmit, manipulate data and information. Now, we will explore its impact on everyday life, education, and sciences, highlighting key benefits, challenges, and future considerations. Okay, those are actually, there's a lot of things that we are going to talk about today. Specifically, we will explain the significance of the internet, the web, and information technology in various aspects of daily life, education, and sciences. And also describe the role of information technology in everyday life, education, and the sciences. We are just going to navigate on the social impact of information technology among these aspects. Okay, that's why I call this the invisible architecture because though we cannot see the information technology, the system of information technology with our naked eye, okay, its its result, its product for its existence is very visible to us. Like how our work is changed, how the output is changed and improved. It's very evident. That is why it is just very important for us to talk about the information technology. Okay, technology has become an integral aspect of our society. We all know that. Okay, bisan pa sa una, karaang panahon, na ang technology, di ba? And those tools that they have is very important sa ilahang life. Okay, and our technology right now is as important as the technologies that they have before. Okay, ang nakalain lang is ang technology na naa nato karon is more advanced than their technologies. Okay, and the same thing. Okay, but there are different types of technologies. Specifically, we are emphasizing information technology right now. But regardless of what kind of technology, all technology is very important to each one of us in the society. Diba? Okay, previously, we learned that information technology involves the study and application of computers and any telecommunications that store, retrieve, study, transmit, and manipulate data and send information. Okay, now we will talk about the interconnected system, the connected ecosystem of the, the information technologies. Okay, we will talk about these three things: the shift, the scope, and the premise. Okay, di ba? Ingon sila, okay, change is the only constant thing in the world. Do you believe that? Tomo anha, class. Okay, change is the only constant thing in the world, or even in the universe. Yeah, I actually believe that. Okay, from time to time, change will happen. And the same thing with the information technology. IT has evolved from isolated utility tools into the foundational infrastructure of the modern society. The same with how technologies, okay, based on our discussions in SDS, about technologies, traditional technologies evolved from simpler tools to more complex and advanced type of technology. The same thing with the information technology. Kung sa una, medyo dugay pa ang process, medyo loading pa, pero karon it's nagkaanam na og ka-advance, nagkaanam na og ka kanang more efficient siya and more effective to use. Okay, so that's the shift. Now, the scope, unsa man ug mingon tag scope that talks about its coverage. Okay, kung unsa siya. Okay, it fundamentally dictates how we communicate, how we learn, and how we conduct scientific research. Okay, again, it dictates how we communicate, how we learn, and how we conduct scientific research. From this statement, we can we can realize that IT is dealing with data. It's dealing with information. Okay? So, mora na yung inyong timan anjod when we talk about the scope of IT. Actually, um, I have discussed it previously, the different components of IT, but in this presentation, I am highlighting the information, the data itself, because kung wala ang information, 'di ba? Ang pinaka kumbaga ang heart jud ani niya is the data, the information. Kay mao man na i-send gikan sa sender of course and going to the receiver. Okay, next is the premise. Okay, every digital advancement edged unprecedented uh was this natabunan siya. Okay, but the point of this, the premise is kanang along with the development, the advantages that we can get from these tools, naputay makitaan nga mga challenges, adaptation challenges o mga downsides sa ato ang paggamit ani nga technology, particularly information technology. And mo na ato ang hisgutan today. Okay, let me read this. Every digital advancement introduces a dual edge, unprecedented opportunities paired with complex systemic challenges. Okay, so that's what I meant. Now, I want you to think of your life right now. Think about your life. What does information technology brought to your life? Or how does information technology affect your life? Sige, unsa man? Well, okay, I will answer this one since obviously you cannot answer. But as I answer this question, I want you to reflect of yourself and think kung unsa jud ang advantages nga gihatag sa information technology sa imuha nga life. Well, in my case, I am an instructor. Of course, my job is to teach lessons, di ba? Along with that, job description is preparation of materials and you know pag andam sa mga kanang gamit para itudlo sa mga bata. Okay, and while doing this, I need the different technological tools, okay, related to information technology. I have my laptop, I have my cell phones, even this microphone that I am using right now. Okay, this is very, very important so that I can effectively do my job as a teacher. And not just that, okay? Information technology allows me to become more aware of the event that is happening in our society right now. Without information technology, we will not know nga na ay war nga nahitabo. Without information technology, we will not become aware kung unsay mga event nga nahitabo sa ato ang society. Okay, actually there's a lot of things that information technology is giving us. Okay, IT has significantly transformed daily activities from communication to commerce and entertainment. Digital connectivity has enhanced convenience, but uh, somehow it also raised concerns about data privacy and digital well-being. Kay dili man jud na nato makalikayan na may mga negative sides, 'di ba? While we use these technologies. Okay, so we need to really think of considerations while we use these tools. Okay, so look at this image that I have in the presentation. Okay, I have placed here a digital solar system of everyday life. I have placed an image of a figure reflecting a person, okay, to help us to focus on our life as a person amidst the information technology. I have cited here three things, three areas, which includes decisions, communications, and commerce. Okay? So, ari sa tao na sa decision. We are fully aware that the technological tools that we use right now is very influential to each one of us. Diba? The way we do our tasks, even the way we dress, the way we present ourselves is influenced by what we have perceived online, by what we have perceived in these tools that we use. Okay? So, along with that influence is the way we decide, the way we make decisions sa ato ang life. Okay? Ang isa sa pinaka maka-influence na to recently is kining AI. Diba? The integration of artificial intelligence in personal decision making powered by smart assistants and algorithmic recommendations. I don't know if you experienced the same as my experience nga kanang example labad akong o or nasamad ko sa lansang. Ang akong buhaton is instead nga mag-search ko sa Google what are possible remedies, possible consequences, what things I am supposed to do. So it's I feel it much easier for me if I will just use AI kaysa sa ako'y mag-search sa search engine like Firefox or sa Google Chrome. Kay kung sa AI manggod dito na siya mo talk siya ni mo mura o real person, okay, and that is much more convenient to use, okay, diba? And because of that, okay, somehow it can influence or it can affect how I will make decision about the things nga nahitabo sa ako ningon man si AI, for example ningon si AI nga oh kanang dapat imuha ng butangan og betadine. Okay? So, tungod ana, you will do such. Okay? And that is one influence that AI brought sa imuha. Okay. So, aside from that, you can also use AI for your kanang schedules. Imuhang mga buluhaton, pwede na nimo. Okay? Uh, utilized si AI. Okay, aside from that is communication. The way we communicate right now is very, very different from the not entirely the way we communicate, but the way we interact with other person is very, very different with the way people before interact with each other. If we try to observe people right now, kwan sila, mas more into gadgets than personal interaction. Okay? I have mentioned this in my class nga Sa una og mag-courtship, sa una ang courtship sa una is mamanhikan adto sa balay sa babae. Kay kanang moadto jud sa balay kay makig-istorya. Pero karon courtship is very very different. Kay chat-chat na lang, send na lang og picture. Kay nga na very different na the way we communicate with other people. Okay, it's driven by social media and instant messaging. Is it good? Good ba siya or dili? Good siya in a sense of immediacy. Okay? Good siya kay real time. Pwede mo mag-istorya bisag naa mo sa layo. But what makes it bad is if you will just confine yourself, you will just isolate yourself um, in the walls of these tools. Okay? Kanang dili na kamo gawas kay makig-istorya sa other people personally. Kanang actual jud ba nga conversation. Okay? That is way way more effective jud kung actual kaysa sa virtual. Okay, next is commerce. Nanatay mga shops karon, online shops. Kinsay affiliate dire. Diba? Daghan na tag mga affiliate. And through these tools, we can get services online. Talking about online services, it is way more efficient. It's way more kuan kanang time, makasave siya og time. Kay imagine og nakay paliton dili na ka kinahanglan mo adto pa sa mall para mangita. Pwede na ka mangita online. And especially karon, mahal na ang gasoline, mahal ang gasolina. Instead nga magsuri-suri pa ka, you can have the services nga gikinahanglan nimo online. Okay, so from kanang actual commerce kinanatay e-commerce nga gitawag karon. Okay, so next we will talk about the challenges, the friction zones in the digital orbit. Okay, as we use these tools, naatay mga disadvantages, mga challenges nga to ang i-face related to cybersecurity, digital addiction, maintaining a balance nga na, between the virtual and the real life interaction. Now let's talk first about behavioral vector. Okay? Unsa may epekto ani sa ato ang behavior, the psychological impact and systemic risks of digital addiction includes unsa man kanang mga bata karon dali na manujo kay taga Bohol man ta, dali na magwala. Okay, wala na patience. Okay, that is a behavioral impact of the digital tools that we have. Kay immediate naman, gusto naman og dali-dali ang mga butang, mao na nga wala nay patience. Okay, so behavioral. Okay, aside from that, kay we indulge ourselves too much in these tools to the point nga dili na nato mabuhat ang mga butang nga dapat natong buhaton in a day. And with that, it can affect our behavior the next day. Okay, ma-stress naman ka kay natapunog na imuhang work. Okay, so muna some of the angles, some of the things that we need to consider while we use these tools. Next is security vector. Okay, escalating challenges related to cybersecurity and the persistent sorry, vulnerability of data privacy. That is very, very common challenge, downside while we expose ourselves in the information technology. We heard of news like nakawatan o kwarta. We heard of news like na-hack ang account. We heard of news like uh, nag-post ang usa ka tawo o bad things sa social media account sa another nga tao. Okay, and that is just one thing nga dili nato malikayan sa paggamit nato anhi nga mga tools. Next is equilibrium vector. Sa maning equilibrium vector, that is growing concern about how we balance our life, how we balance ourselves virtually and real life. Okay, ato ang virtual life o ato ang real nga life, because as what I have mentioned, oftentimes mas sobraan nato ang paggamit sa ato ang cellphones, ato ang gadgets. Okay, masobraan ang virtual kaysa sa real nga life. And it can greatly affect your personal na life, because we are a social being. We supposed to interact with other people. We supposed to do things in real world, rather than virtual. Okay, so dapat mas kuan jud mas into real life interaction than virtual. Okay, next. So we're done with information technology in everyday life. Now let's proceed to information technology in education. Unsa man po'y advantage of IT in education? Sa una, Manila paper pa, karon dili na. Okay? Sa una, ug mag-discuss, teacher-centered. Karon, student-centered. Aligned with research. Inclined with data. Literacy. Okay, so ingan na. Education has undergone a digital transformation, with IT enabling new learning methodologies, greater accessibility, and personalized instruction. But the same thing with the previous one. We need to have considerations. Dapat na gihapon tay consideration, because there is always a downside with every use sa technology. Mo na nga kinahanglan ta nga magbantay. Well, of course, mas daghan man, we can maximize the benefits kanang than the uh, challenges nga ato ang makuha while we use these tools. Okay? I have here the engineering, okay, of the digital classroom, foundation block, enhancement blocks, and accessibility pillar. So think of this kaning na gray nga bridge as traditional, and then kaning nga bridge sa Picas is that's modern. Okay, so let's start with foundation block. The definitive shift from traditional physical classroom to a dynamic e-learning platforms and virtual environment. Okay, sa una kinahanglan pa jud ta og face-to-face interactions. Pero karon we can adhere to e-learning. Okay, in the system of Bohol Island State University, we adapt to blended learning approach, wherein sometimes we do online, sometimes more oftentimes we have face-to-face classes. Okay, so why do we do this? Nganong kinahanglan man ni nato buhaton, because that is our way of adapting to change, especially karon nga mahal na ang gasolina. To support with the measures created by the government. Okay, ang Friday gihimo natong online. Okay, so that is one thing. Next is enhancement blocks. The deployment of AI, augmented reality, and specialized software to create highly personalized instruction. Kinana tay mga facilities that will not what's the right term for that? That will aid. Okay, matawag hapon na nato og aid. Dili man visual aid, but to aid us, okay, para mas maka-learn ta sa ato ang mga lessons. Okay, di ba? AI will help us to understand things, kay pwede nato siya pangutan-on through the proper prompts nga tong ikahatag. Augmented reality. Okay, that is augmenting what the reality offers us so that mas maka-learn pa ta. Okay, and napatay gitawag og virtual reality. Okay, wherein we can simulate things na dili nato mabuhat in in the actual site. Okay, let's say for example, mag-discuss mo og kuan, Big Bang Theory. Alangan magpabuto mo ana sa site, sa classroom. Okay, through VR, isuot ra na siya sa student, mapakita na nimo kung unsa gyud ang nahitabo at that event. Okay, so enhancement blocks. Next is accessibility pillar. The unique potential for IT to support students with disabilities, fundamentally bridging historical educational gaps. Okay, kini this is very helpful in every nation. Okay, bisan asa pa ta ibutang dakog tabang ni siya. Kay there are a lot of students nga not capable na sila nga moadto sa actual nga site. Let's say for example, kanang dili ka kita ba karon, okay? Dili ka lakaw. Okay, through these tools that we have, okay? Information technological tools nga pwede nato gamiton, we can address to the challenges that they are experiencing para makuha gyapon nila kung unsay dapat nila nga mahibaw-an. Okay, kung dili sila kakita, we can use headphones. Okay, apply lessons using audio. Okay, para makadungog sila and maka-learn gihapon sila addressing their challenges without risking the quality of learning that they will get. Okay, so mao na siya engineering of the digital classroom. Gikan sa traditional ning balhin ta sa golden age. Okay, the modern era. Next is okay, the challenges. Unsa man po'y challenges while we shift from traditional to the modern. We have here the chasm of inequity. Okay? So, unsa man ang chasm of inequity? Ug mayon tag chasm class, it means a hole. Mura siya kuan ba? Mura siya bangin. Kakuan mo bangin kanang say lango kanang ninglawm, a loop ay say tawag ana sa Bisaya. O ingana sa image kanang naay murag buho. Okay, that is chasm. Okay? The severe ongoing challenge of ensuring equitable access to the digital education tools across different socio-economic demographics. And that is reality. I have a lot of students nga mo kwan luoy in town kay mo reklamo nga, sir wala man ko yung cellphone sir, how can I join the online class? Okay, that is one challenge kay dili na to magaranti nga na ay facilities ang tanan, na ay tools nga magamit ang tanan. Mao bitaw nga makasabot ko sa mga student nga mangayo in town o gadget sa ilang parents. Kay right now, gadgets are very important man in our education. Kay saon man nato pag-research, saon man nato pag-updates sa mga ipang post ni sir o ni ma'am kung wala tay gadget. That is one kanang challenge nga dapat nato ma-consider really. Okay, kay dili man ta dili kitang tanan pareha og economic status. Okay? Nay uban nga naay ika-afford, napoy uban nga dili pa maka-afford. Okay, so next is structural cracks. The increasing difficulty of maintaining academic integrity is in an environment saturated with AI and digital assistance. Oh, kinsay guilty kanang mo submit og answer nga dili walay ilahang input puro AI. That is risk of integrity. Wala na kay integrity, academic integrity. Kay instead nga imuhang idea ang gipangita ni sir ug ni ma'am, ang imuhang gi-submit, gi-copy paste ra nimo kung unsay hatag ni AI. And that will become a gap. That will become a crack sa imuhang learning. Kaya nga naman, how are you supposed to learn kung wala nimo gigamit ang imuhang own nga mind to generate idea. Okay, 'di ba dili ka ma-practice kung dili ikaw mismo ang mo craft sa idea. Okay, so mo na si structural cracks. Now let's proceed to information technology in sciences. We know that science refers to uh, systematized body of knowledge. It is a body of knowledge. Okay? So, unsa man po role ni information technology in science? How do we discover things? How do we explain processes? How do we craft models? Laws, principles? Unsa may gamit ni information technology? Okay, IT has revolutionized scientific research by facilitating data analysis, improving collaboration, and accelerating discoveries across various fields. Okay, we cannot deny that. Dako jog tabang si information technology. But of course, we still have considerations. Nagyapon tayo considerations. Now, I want you to look at this illustration that I have. So think of this like a kuan, a hose kibali. Kanang agianan ba og kuan, agianan og tubig. Okay? So, 'di ba nakay makit-an sa tunga. Okay, from one broad idea pag ning-agi siya anhi, okay, sa gitawag na to og accelerator na na-categorize na siya according to the category kung unsa siya gamit. And that is a fact. Okay? Kay kung mag-study ta karon, mas madali na. Kay inig-research na to, we can specify kung unsay gikinahanglan nato. Let's say for example, nagkuan ta, nag-research ta about kuan kanang designing a curriculum. Okay? Through the internet, kay igura ta mag-type didto and then enter. Inig-click na to sa enter, ang mugawas nga data is kadtong data nga ato ang kinahanglan. Okay? And that is accelerator in a sense. Mas napadali ang pag-gather na to sa ato ang data through these tools. Especially karon nga naanay AI, dali na kaayo ang uban gani pahimuon og research. O kaya ra og duha ka adlaw. Nabe research nga makaya og duha ka adlaw. Kay nga naman kay AI. Gi-prompt ra sa AI. Ditso na ni gawas. But the same with what I have mentioned, the integrity is at risk. Wala na integrity. But the sense of how it works, okay, so ingana siya. It starts with the input, the accelerator, and then the output. Arita sa una sa input. Massive influx of big data gathered from global scientific efforts and digital collaborations. Okay, so from big data, okay, nga naa sa ani nga mga tools na nato particularly sa internet, we can access through that with the use of the internet. Okay, then going to the accelerator. Unsa may ato ang accelerator? We have machine learning, we have AI, we have cloud computing. Okay, and these things processes and analyze data at unprecedented speeds. Okay, mas dali na nga ang pag-analyze sa data. And then the output, sa may output, accelerated breakthrough of diverse fields, may it be in the field of medicine, in astronomy, okay, in deep sea exploration, and in environmental aspect, okay, dali na siya whatever area pa na imuhang studyhan. Okay? However, naagihapon tay downsides. Unsa may ato ang downside? Okay, we call this one bottleneck in the data pipeline. Okay, so ganina ang ato ang image is like a hose nga ditso-ditso siya. Pero in this image natay clamp nga nakit-an sa tunga. Unsa man ning clamp nga nakit-an nato sa tunga? Okay, that is the critical vulnerability introduced by an over-reliance on the automation, risking the loss of human intuition and oversight in scientific breakthroughs. We have particularly ethical filter and the automation risk. Okay, arita una sa ethical filter. The complex ethical implication inherent in relying on data-driven research, especially regarding bias, privacy, and consent. Okay, kaya nga naman, prompt-based man siya, especially AI, o whatever you command the AI to do, buhaton na niya with or without the consent of the source of the data. Kaya nga naman, kana si AI magsaligra na sa imuhang prompt and then mukuha siya og data coming from the source. And the thing is, dili na siya mananghid sa source nga gamiton niya ang data nga ihatag nimo. Okay, asa may iyahang source, sir? Ang source, particularly og arita sa chat GPT, source niya is everything that is in the internet nga pwede ma-access sa public kanang walay paywalls. Pwede na niya mahimo nga source. Okay, there is a risk of bias kuan bias nga argument. Kay nganong mahugmag bias. Okay, sometimes manggod, and not sometimes but oftentimes si AI mag-base na siya sa algorithm, sa imuhang previous commands. Di ba? May tag algorithm that is set of instruction. Okay? Set of rules that solve problems. And then, while you are using AI, ang si AI maka-learn na siya from your previous prompts. Okay? So, inig maakay i-search right now, it it will sound biased based on your previous researches or previous prompts ni AI. So mabito na nga kinahanglan specific, kinahanglan detailed imuhang prompt ni AI ug mo gamit ka kay possibly kanang ihatag niya nimo nga koan nga answer, it's influenced by your previous prompts. Okay, there's a risk of being biased. Okay, so next is automation risk. The critical vulnerability. Okay, reliance on automation, risking intuition and oversight, scientific breakthroughs. Next, okay, I have here a table that shows the dual-edged ecosystem of information technology in everyday life, education, and sciences. Okay, I have catalysts, the primary benefit, and the primary friction. Okay, this is just a summarization of everything that we tackled today. Arita sa una sa everyday life. Okay, catalyst nga to ang gi-discuss. Okay, kasagaran sa to ang gamiton is mobile, social AI. Primary benefit, ultimate convenience and connection, of course, but natay challenge while we use that tool, we have particularly privacy loss and addiction. Next is education. Sa education, naatay tools nga atong gigamit. Catalyst, we have AR e-learning platforms. The benefit niya, personalized. We can learn at our own pace. Okay, individualized learning. Pwede ta maka-access bisan asa. Okay, accessibility. Pero ang iyahang friction. iyahang challenge is inequity and integrity risks. And lastly, we have sciences. Sa sciences, catalyst na to is big data, cloud machine learning. And then, ang iyang benefit, of course, paspas ang ato ang pag-discover, paspas ang research. Pero, ang iyahang concern is, okay, over-reliance on automation. Over, magkanang masobraan taog sa lig sa kuan unsay gi-provide niya kanang nga paspas, and then ethical concerns as well. So mo na siya. The universal tensions of digital transformations. This is just summarization na niha of kanang mga challenges aton sa tanan. Kay IT in everyday life, IT in sa to, IT in everyday life, in sciences, and in education. So the ethics of data, we have mentioned that, from personal privacy in everyday life to algorithmic bias in scientific research. Arita sa the equity of access, the divide between those who can leverage smart uh, technology and e-learning, and those left in the analog chasm. Okay, kay as what I have mentioned earlier, dili tanan na ay available nga tools, dili tanan maka-afford. Okay, next is the human machine behavior, the human machine behavior, the struggle between virtual interaction and real life interaction. Okay, so mo na siya, we still need to balance. Not con not necessarily mean nga kanang i-balance, but we need to kanang make value of the actual world rather than the virtual world. Kaya bingon tag balance, of course balance si virtual ug si kanang koan, si actual. Dapat mas more into actual ka. Okay, through responsible use of these virtual platforms, tools. Okay, so we have here triad of responsibility. How can we effectively use these tools, or how can we be more responsible user of information technology? Okay, first, so you have to address ethical concern. Okay, how will you do that? Proactively building frameworks to protect privacy and ensure data integrity. Okay, kanang instead nga kopyaon ra nimo kung unsay gihatag ni AI, you will do further research. Okay? Instead nga log in ka bisag unsa nga device, okay, after you log in, you log it out. Okay? So responsible use is very important to address ethical concern. Okay? Kay oh, kanang naa man jud na siya. Okay, mogamit man jud ta ani nga mga butanga mo na nga dapat mahimo tang responsible. Next is fostering responsible innovation. When we talk about responsible innovation, that has something to do with prioritizing social benefit. Kanang dili ka mag after kung pilay ko, though you will look after your revenue, imong ginansya of course, but on top of that dapat mas concern ka kung unsay impact anang imuhang gibuhat, anang imuhang innovation sa ato ang society. And later on, okay, you will portray that skill through our performance task nga to ang buhaton, the Tech Shark Tank. Okay? And lastly, ensuring digital literacy, equipping society to critically navigate algorithms, virtual environments, and automated tools. Okay? There's no hard thing in mastering or learning these tools. Okay, everything is available online. Okay, na pwede na pwede ta maka-search sa YouTube, pwede ta makagamit og AI. Okay, we can talk to friends. Okay, daghan na tag mga choices nga ato ang mabuhat, okay, para makaadapta sa change. Okay, those are the triad of responsibility. Okay. So, as IT continues to evolve, its impact on everyday life, education, and sciences will expand, of course, presenting both opportunities and challenges, and addressing ethical concerns, ensuring digital literacy, and fostering responsible innovation will be crucial for harnessing IT full potential for societal benefits. Okay, not just for the society as a whole, but for each of us as well. Okay, kada isa na to nga koan nga benefit. Okay, as you can see here in this illustration from it's like a graph, diba, going upwards. We can expect, really, we can expect that our information technology will be hiking upwards. Okay, mas mo taas pa dyan na siya, mas magka-improve pa na siya. Okay, its trajectory is going upward. Okay, but we need to really consider the things nga ato ang gidiscuss ganina. So I will end my lecture, okay, with this with this quote. With this dili ni quote, with this question. As it is actually a strategic imperative, what emerging IT innovations are likely to shape the next decade, and how can they uh, be leverage for positive change. Natabunan. Again, what emerging IT innovations are likely to shape the next decade, and how can they be leveraged for positive change? Okay, so I want to see your idea. Okay, you can comment. Okay, I want you to comment your answer about this question in the comment section, and I will read each of your comment one by one. Okay, I just hope that you understand our discussion for today, and I hope that you will apply the good things that we tackled this day with regards to our exposure to information technology. Again, this is John Lope Adlaon speaking, and thank you so much for coming. God bless and stay safe. See you around the campus.